as Cube did earlier on in the day. You're not going to be able to hard carry this game. Ruby is not going to be able to burst through Galio, through a Malphite. He's maybe going to try and get onto Photic, which is why Cho is playing bodyguard here for Photic. So this composition is about ruining the day for this Kalista pick.
Everyone sends someone up, right? Essentially everyone. We've got an Alistar correct down in that bottom lane with the Kalista too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So everybody likes to bounce. We need a Zac in this game. What else do we need here, Dagda? We've already got the Galio. The Kassadin technically bounces on top of you.
Only Ruby, essentially. Ruby's the only... Ruby and Photic are the only
But he
two.
even slams into you as well. Like, he jumps. By the way, Knight Predator.
Oh,
Whoa! Look, that's Prestige Edition Dark Star Malphite. Look at that guy. What an alpha.
This is going to be such an explosive team fight. It's going to be amazing.
Now, as I was saying, Predator Galio mid. Knight taking this to a new level. Now, Doomby is the one with Dark Technologies, but Knight... Gotta go fast.
Okay. So usually when we see a Galio in the mid lane like this, it'd be taking something like the Aftershock because you're trying to be that more beefy engage tool, and you don't want to end up getting caught out with the likes of Ruby here. So the way you'd play it is Ruby goes in with the distortion. You very quickly, as the Galio, pop your W to get the taunt, and then that'll give you the Aftershock proc, and you can survive the lane. Knight, though, opting for the Predator means that he's looking to try and influence top and bottom side of the map. So my guess here is that 369 is going to engage onto Holder, Knight's going to show up with the Predator, and Holder's going to have a really bad time.
Yeah, okay. Let's put the Wukong down in a pit. A very interesting draft here for our second game. I like it. I like it quite a lot. And, you know, while I was watching there, I realized that it was really good product placement from Knight. He's gone for the KFC chicken skin in the mid lane. Colonel unsure about where to place his thoughts this game, as we're having a closer look. It is Predator, Taste of Blood, and nice taunt here from Knight. Also got the Nimbus Cloak, and gets the 10% CDR at level 10 as well. So Knight has his priorities right.
So in this early game, 369 will be pushed in pretty aggressively in this top lane. Isn't too much able to try and trade against the Wukong, but when he starts to hit that, you know, level 5, level 6, that's where he can start to get some trading back. He's just got to be careful about the regen that's on Holder. This is the 3% maximum health regen can actually do a lot of work even in these AP heavy matchups. But if Holder isn't able to auto-attack 369 and start to proc that to get to the 10 stacks, well then 369 can steadily chip away at the Wukong.
You know what I love about this matchup? Look, Grasp is going to be annoying for Holder, but also remember, Malphite gets damage with his E when you stack armor. So 369 is just going to build armor this game, and Holder's going to hate it. Like, and then you talk about getting to the 6 point, everyone in. I'm really scared for Holder. I really am.
I'm pretty scared for Harrow as well, because I've realized he ain't got nowhere to go. Like, bottom lane is maybe somewhere you can try and influence, but mid lane trying to kill Knight is not really going to be a thing. Although with the Predator as the second, or as the rune choice even, maybe they have an opportunity. But even then in the top lane, 369 will be pretty safe. So it's going to be a bit of a hard one for Harrow here.
We're going to find out at level 6, so that's what I get from this comp of top esports. Level 6, we're going to count the levels here. 4 in top and mid from Knight. Kasa hitting 4 himself and coming back onto the map. Both junglers did their clear and have essentially gone scuttle for scuttle. Rather, Kasa's got bottom side scuttle, and Harrow now looks like he's pathing top side to secure that one. TP used by Knight as well to get back in the mid lane, while 369 is holding on to his.
So when I look at Rogue Warriors, the earlier they can start stacking up these dragons, the better here. If they can have a push in the bottom lane with Zhang Wuji and Lei, they can have Haru try and steal this away. Because if you start to let top esports gain a couple of these dragons for themselves and you're forced to fight around that 25-minute mark for the likes of a Dragon Soul, they're going to have a bad time.
He's got boots. Knight went back and got boots though. And he's going bot. And Kasa's also here.
Oh no.
You set this up, Dagda. Don't back away, Knight. They're being safe. But you know top want to go in on this.
He hasn't left. So this is the thing. Knight going back to lane does not mean they're safe. It's only when Karsa backs that they're safe. Because the Predator boost means that they can run real quick towards this bottom lane. And there he goes. This is the movement. Look at Knight. He's leaving the lane.
Oh, but spotted out on a ward. Karsa steps a little bit too far forward. He's going to back away anyway. Oh, we got the hopes up for nothing.
We're like kids at Christmas. We're just waiting for this to happen.
But it is smart from Rogue Warriors. Every time Knight steps out of lane, Lei and Jung Wooji just back away. And even Haro shadowing the lane. Ruby ready to roam down as well. This has been managed well. But it only gets worse from here. Remember that Knight is almost 6. Just hits it there in front of us with the double torrents.
And this is the thing. Jung Wooji and Lei have got to give up lane pressure. And this is in the beginning when we saw Galio first come out. Why he was so obnoxious and difficult to play against was these lanes will lose you entire pressure on one side of the map. In this scenario, you need to get vision control in the river for Rogue Warriors. They've done a good job of it here. We can see vision on both sides of the river to keep a spot on where Knight's going.
Oh, they want to go in. Predator was used by the mid lane here on Knight. Ruby still trying to bully him out, and he tried to walk towards the bottom side, and so did Karsa, but spotted out. And all this commitment towards the bottom side. Meanwhile, Haro is just shadowing and farming at the same time. He's stuck around mid for a very long time.
3 biscuits in the back pocket for Holder, so he's looking to go in for the long haul in this top side. I might be able to continue punishing. Ooh, hang on.
Karsa with the flag and drag away. Knight's going to block the second chain. He'll use the Justice Punch back to the turret. Lei even roamed first. Rogue Warriors are managing this well.
They're doing a great job. And again, we talked about how important vision control is against the likes of Galio in these scenarios. They've invested a lot on towards the bottom side of the river, but that's now dying. They need to reinvest in keeping control of this, and as well doing it on the top side of the map. If Holder's going to look to keep pushing in this wave again, aggressively against 369, he needs the support to know that Knight hasn't gone off into the side brush to look for a nasty gank with 369.
Anyone who versus Malphite top, though, will know that 369 with ult, like a Malphite with ult, you just go, I don't know what's going to happen, right? Like, it has so much base damage, even though he has pretty much no AP. Holder being respectful here in this top lane.
And there's nowhere safe for Holder. If you're under your tower, well then Karsa can sneak in behind and Knight can come up as well for a 3-man dive. If you're in the middle of the lane, well, you can still in danger.
Ruby. Wow, the flash just in time. Oh, he was so close. But hang on, Haro wants to steal this dragon away. Sonic Wave will connect. They wait for it to time out. Karsa still gets the dragon. But now you see the potential of these ultimates to roam down from 369 in that time, while Holder was able to push out top.
And Holder's now looking to go aggressive because he knows there's no ults, but
he does no
damage. Yeah, doesn't do any sort of damage. 369, come on, man.
The friendly kitten thrown out. This is why no other region has emotes, and you got to be thankful that we do every single time. Look at this, he runs into him, and 369 presses E. With the Bammy Cinder, Holder just loses trades.
Yeah, the early levels where Holder could try and go against this Malphite are long since gone, and now 369 will be able to hold his own in this lane pretty handily. So now we got to look at what our objectives are going to be for top esports. What they're trying to do is force fights in and around objectives where they can start to use all these big ultimates together. Dragon went across with no fight, so now they want to try and force a fight around this Rift Herald. No ultimate for 369 though means a pretty key engage tool isn't there for them, so Rogue Warriors could potentially look for a fight.
When Holder's
still
available.
Still scary though.
Holder is available, that's a big moment, right? But 369 is just whacking him to death. Holder goes into clone, now pops the Cyclone. It is secured here by Karsa, but the bullet time you don't expect with a flash from Karsa. Meanwhile, in the backline, Rogue Warriors will find one, but 369 is on a mission to work. As here comes the hero's entrance onto Holder. It lands onto this Wukong. Knight now forces the flash out of him and can't follow it up with the change we remember from Galio. But top esports, they trade, and they do get the objective.
Ruby still being chased down. Photic is on the hunt, but they won't be able to get too much here. Still top esports. They got the objective in that scenario. They picked up the Rift Herald, and they get a kill across. And this is the combo that we're starting to see come through. Imagine 369 had that Malphite ultimate available on top of it all.
But you gotta remember that we set this game up for Knight, 369, even Karsa, and the person that got the perfect ult off in that fight was Photic. Like, Photic, the person who's just left with all this chaos.
But this is why we started to talk about Photic. Yes, Jackie Love is supposedly coming into the team, but Photic has been massively improving. This is why Top Esports in this scenario are happy to rely on him as the key source of damage in these fights. Photic has gone up from the lowest damage AD carry in the league to the 7th highest. And when you are starting at a deficit, to claw your way back up to that point is incredibly impressive for the AD carry of Top Esports.
He's got a lead in his lane. He's 10 CS up, no first item, but still looking pretty good here in the second game around. Now, the first blood was secured here by Knight. Second blood, Haro. And we're back to square one, where ultimates are available here for 369. And Photic once again. Knight still a ways away from the hero's entrance. Bottom lane now getting pushed in by Jungwooji and Lei. Dragon up in 2 minutes, so we'll wait for that.
I think what Top Esports are actually waiting for here is Knight's ultimate to be up and available. They want to make a play down on the bottom side. Photic, main damage dealer, main gold sink for Top Esports. Karsa.
Oh, wow. Lei. Ambitious. Photic still has a flash from the last fight, though, so maybe not. The Fate's call for the knock-up here. Bullet time comes through, and he takes all of it. Knight gets the pressure play bottom lane with the TP. Who needs the ulti when you got yourself a misfortune on top? Nicely done. Top Esports now looking for more.
And we just said it, they want to make a play down towards bottom side. It's Lei who decides to give him the opportunity to make that play. Photic now can pick up these turret plates. Karsa can toss down the Rift Herald. And Photic, this misfortune, starting to look pretty big for Top Esports.
So is the Galio in the mid lane. That looks so sick for Lei. The pathing was great with the Hex Flash. But just the turnaround from top as it big feels bad.
An amazing flash from Photic as well to avoid the headbutt. That is not easy to do. You don't have a huge amount of time to react to that.
Because after that fight, you think that AD carry doesn't have flash. Everyone burnt it. It's so hard to track. But holding onto that flash, as you said, a really well-placed flash at that, gives Top Esports now a 3K gold lead in this game. First turret blood at 12 minutes in the bottom side, all going to Photic.
Ruby will answer with a bit of turret plating of his own in the mid, but again, this is maybe where Rogue Warriors have a bit of a grasp, is through the LeBlanc killing Photic. But a great flash here from Photic to keep himself safe, and that's where the turnaround comes through. Lei even did a great job here from the Fate's call to stop Chocho getting the hook onto the Wukong Wu, but it didn't matter.
369, he has ulti available. He can get out if he wants to, but does he really want to? He's a Malphite. He's going to re-engage on top of Holder, but nah, not close enough. Holder will live on. Haro will help out his top laner, and 369 takes his first death.
Any other champion, 369 would have been able to get the kill, but again, this is the passive of Wukong. This is why he's obnoxious to lane against, but Top will still take the fight. They will now move down towards this dragon and pick up the second one of the game for themselves.
While Rogue Warriors try and get the trade towards the top side, Jungwooji and Lei have now moved up here. You've still got Haro here as well. So Ocean for top lane gold for the Kalista that lost out in that earlier trade.
Still a win for Top. Look, even though 369 went down, they may not even...
Malphite back. Look at this guy. He's humongous.
369 is not afraid of anyone anymore. Sunfire Cape completed. Got that cloth armor boots as well. Like, he's a... Ooh, Photic.
Okay,
not as
going
tanky.
To be burnt. That's all right. That's heal burnt. The Ruby jumping over a wall. You take what you can get.
So, the way Rogue Warriors can potentially look to play out this game is, one, have Ruby on a flank in these team fights to get onto Photic. The other option is to try and look towards a just all-out side lane split push. If you can get Ruby off in a side lane, as we see a lot of these members of Top Esports prioritizing armor, he can go to get against Knight or 369 and try and be a bit of an annoyance in that respect. But it's still going to be very hard because the wombo combo that is available on Top Esports is really difficult to avoid when you've got the Flash Malphite, Karsa's got this super long range engage with EQ Cataclysm, and Knight can join in from half the bloody map away.
And because 369, he's almost level 11 as well, and that puts that timer on the Unstoppable Force even lower. What are we at right now? He's pretty close to level 11. Just gets a shove out here. Holder's been spotted on this bottom lane, while Knight, you can see, skirting around the gaps in vision. So Jung Wooji and Lei have to back away after getting the shove here. That turret's still standing. Rogue Warrior is still without a turret this game.
They're trying to get vision in River for Rift Herald. This is the big issue for them now, is they need to spot out all the different spots that top esports can engage from, because if one slips through the crack and either 369 or Karsa finds entry to the back line, it's game over.
Holder can teleport in. Remember, Knight has the ultimate available. The engage starts here. Lei pushes back Karsa here. Flash comes in. He goes golden, though. Immediately with Knight jumping on in. Rogue Warriors have already found one. The TP with Holder. 369, though, has the unstoppable force, but only hits onto one. But it's Wooji. That's the key member for the Fates call for the re-engage. I don't think Rogue Warriors are losing this one. They jump on top of Photic. They jump on top of 369. The tanky Malphite now engaged on as well. The solo laners have to watch as the kick comes through yet again. Haro for the re-engage, but I don't think this is the play. Holder needs to back off as well. It's still a win for Rogue Warriors.
And they can get the Rift Herald off of this play as well. The problem for that fight was Photic not getting the bullet time over the multiple layerings of top esports. Karsa went a bit too far forward alongside Knight before the Misfortune was in a position to actually engage, and unfortunately it's too little too late, and now Rogue Warriors get the Rift Herald as a prize.
That is a big prize at that as well. They shortened the gold lead with that play as well.
Sorry, I'm laughing. 369 just went for Glacier Shroud. He's just all in on this armor. But you can see here, look where Photic is. Not in a position where he can use the bullet time properly. Now is a bit worried about where these members of Rogue Warriors will be able to get onto him.
Yep.
Now is able to open up with the bullet time, but unfortunately the ultimate from 369 is not hitting onto multiple members, so only able to get onto Zhang Wunji. The damage, the turnaround is still there for Rogue Warriors when Photic is out of the picture.
Second Cyclone was such a big change. I think it was one of the biggest changes of Wukong. Because, you know, we've been talking a lot about how his clone now activates it as well, but just Cyclone the second time around really dissuaded the rest of the fight and really killed Photic, assured his death. And you look after that fight, Rogue Warriors now, even though they're still down in gold, they've got some core items on the board, they've got some core kills to their core carries. Everyone's doing core on this team. And with a minute 15 until this Infernal spawns, top esports now don't look as assured here with this Wombo, even though Knight is still fit.
I imagine top are going to play this a little bit more coordinated though. Yeah, a lot less
Hang
loose.
What about that? I think Photic's already at half health, but Chocho jumps in, he doesn't die. This is a bit loosey-goosey and it's working out. They pull back in the mid laner and destroy him. Chocho's going to die here, but over the wall. Malphite time. Here comes the hero's entrance. Onto no one, though. Holder jumping on in. With Cyclone available. Top don't care. 4 members mid. They run forward.
Ruby and Zhang Wuji take one step too far and punished by top esports. Now you got nothing left. There's no damage here. And even though Holder, yes, with this Wukong is great with the double knock-up, it may not be enough.
He's going to go in anyway because Lei has followed up onto Photic. They found them. Misfortune. Double Cyclone again. Secures the victory as 369 and Knight are so damn low. They're the only ones surviving again, but a 2-man kick. Beautiful. They'll jump on 369. Malphite does not go where he pleases. Haro escapes too. A double kill to Lei and everything for Rogue Warriors.
I really didn't think they had the damage to turn it around with the amount of armor that exists on top esports. But Rogue Warriors find the opportunity. They find the play. Will they get the mid lane turret? Chocho won't be dissuading Holder anytime soon.
Oh, please.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. two health. All right.
Anyway,
Sorry,
they get the dragon. They get the dragon.
Okay.
Look, either way,
Sorry,
you can see once again Cube on this Wukong was putting in work. Holder now in this game is doing a lot of work as well. So the turnaround here is fantastic. The double knock-up, the kill Photic, the big damage source on this team. This is who Holder's trying to get onto consistently in these fights. And once he's gone, Malphite doesn't provide damage. Knight is not providing enough damage at this point in the game compared to what Haro is capable, Haro and Holder are capable of doing in these fights.
This is not going well for top esports though. I mean, even though there's trades, why are we highlighting Knight? Why is the OP player? I guess he's fed. But you're highlighting Rogue Warriors right now. They've caught back up in gold essentially. 17 kills in 19 minutes. And Rogue Warriors also got the Infernal off the back of the play. They slowed down the soul take that eventually was coming for top. Unfortunately, it's not an ocean or a mountain this game for the comp that top are running, but an Infernal Soul is still one they want.
The reason I focus top esports fights around objectives, though, is because of funneling Rogue Warriors into one position.
Yeah.
If they can get on to Shangwuji, Haro, Holder, these guys, as they're approaching the likes of Dragon or Rift Heralds or Barons that are now starting to spawn, this is where the big AoE can come through. But when Rogue Warriors are spread out like they have been in these last fights, and we're seeing single-man ultis from 369, only one person getting knocked up from Knight or Karsa, you're not having this same effect. And the game plan on paper, although it looks amazing, is not coming together quite as much as they would like.
We'll see, though, because the channeling around objectives, it relies on something like the Baron now. The Dragon in 3 minutes, but Top Esports grouping around this bad boy.
They want it. They want it real bad.
They also have a lot of pick. They have a lot of pick with this comp as well. Carson get a face check, but he's not alone.
So now we can see Rogue Warriors opting for the play of, let's not fight Top Esports, move off into these side lanes. Holder down towards the bottom side has the teleport available, where 369 will have to match him with his own teleport. Whereas when you look at Ruby, he's free to pop off into this side lane. It's a lot more difficult to lock down this LeBlanc because she's got the several distortions. Her flash will be up in just a few moments as well.
With the Orb of Oblivion sitting there in the inventory, we're almost a 2-item Ruby too. In a lane that, for the most part, he was just winning this lane out. He's doing pretty damn well into 9. He was always trying to find roams. Also, another part that's pretty good about Wukong is that both of them hit the turret. He actually takes turrets pretty fast.
Yeah, don't forget the Q works on both the clone and yourself, so the increased damage, the increased range, and the auto attack reset, so it can really make work of these towers. I also love the build that he's gone for here with the Sterix Gauge, because this is avoid the burst damage that Top Esports have, and one of the more popular builds when it comes to team fighting Wukong versus a split push Wukong.
Yeah. We saw the other variation of build, I guess we just saw the Fed build before, right? Where we saw the Black Cleaver first into Trinity Force. It's been a long day. Who was that? Curse? Cube. It was Cube from VG Gaming. We've only done 2 series, but it feels like we've been here for a while. 369 is getting bigger, though. And Top are waiting for someone. But no one's coming. Oh, no one's coming.
You really want to find someone. The problem is, Wuji can just use this. Like, there's a ward in the pit. I don't think it's been spotted by the
pings are going down from Rogue Warriors.
Oh, stole away the scuttle as well. Oh, he didn't actually. He went over to 369. But still,
close.
So this is the thing. I don't think that ward in the pit has actually been spotted by the pink. So I think they still have vision on Rogue Warriors' side.
Yeah, you're right.
So I think this is why Rogue Warriors have just been avoiding that entire side of the jungle. They know what's happening.
You know, it'd be really cool for spectators if they colored the ward like a yellow color if it was cancelled. Wouldn't that be awesome? Like if a control ward was spotting out a ward, an interesting color would be great. As Ruby on top of Photic, help me, screams Photic, half health. And an objective coming up in 30 seconds. That's the Infernal. That's what we've gotten to. It seems right now Rogue Warriors are setting up vision around there.
They can't really look to burst this out, though, before Top Esports can get across. So again, Rogue Warriors need to set up the vision. You can see it littered in the enemy jungle, but the flanks are the ones that we have to keep an eye for. Holder could look to TP to some of these deeper wards to set that play up while we have Ruby play off to the side.
We're going to fight with 2 items on everyone in Top Esports, bar the support.
Do not stand on top of each other, for the love of God, Rogue Warriors.
Yeah, lucky it's not watered out here. Where's 369? Where's Mr. Rock? Teleport going to be channeled in here. They've found him. 369 waiting in the brush, and he's just soloing Haro. Still quite a lot of damage. That's the jungler out for a bit. Ruby's going to jump on him, but easy to secure the Infernal. And Rogue Warriors didn't want to fight that in the end.
And now they find Top Esports are on Soul Point. With this Infernal Soul, that combo becomes so much more deadly, and especially when you're lacking a lot of excess damage, having a bit more of that pop coming off of the Infernal Soul will do really well to help out Photic.
Who's the SUV highlighting? It's Photic and Knight. Sorry, 369, not this game, but bit of damage coming through from the mid laner. The gold difference massive between him and Ruby. Didn't even realize that, but Photic's the one who got those killer ults off at the start of the game. 100% kill participation so far.
And that's the why Top Esports have this composition. They're playing through Photic. They're playing down towards their bottom lane. now the big, juicy Baron is on the cards. So the big thing here for Top Esports is they can't just take this objective outright. They don't have the burst damage or the speed to take it with the Misfortune and the Galio.
Haro. That's the kick Chocho here. Now remember, Stoneplate is available and activated. Here comes the hero's entrance. Lei runs in willingly as Haro goes golden, but the taunt comes through in the end. Cataclysm used while they get in the backline. Photic zoned out completely. Holder jumps on. This monkey wants him. Even he will go golden as Photic now has the ulti. Channels it into a choke. We've seen 2 big ultimates already, but now for Top Esports, they get whacked up. Nice from Lei. That's the fight and probably the game. Everything thrown out as Knight returns back into the fight to try and kill this Kalista. Does he have enough damage? Well, yes, maybe. But Wuji kites his way back, and Ruby's going to help kill it with Lei. Good taunt, good turnaround.
Winds of War could kill so many people here.
Yeah, but the flash forward here from Ruby, the chain kills him in the end. 369 is re-engaging. This is big Malphite. Wuji has to run away. Look at this guy. I thought that was it, but Top Esports solo laners bring it right back.
The TP in from Knight is enough to clutch it out. Zhongwuji still needs to be careful. One stray Q from 369 might be enough to turn around that kill, but again, very close game. But watch how Chocho plays this. Because it's Chocho that's caught out, depth charge thrown down instantly. That means there's nobody to control Ruby on the flank. Photic is getting chased down and zoned off by Holder and Ruby. So when these big ultimates again come in from Top Esports, onto one member, onto one or two, but no follow-up damage from Photic, the crux of this composition, and Rogue Warriors find the turnaround. Lei, that was beautiful.
4-man knock-up with the flash pulverize. That was incredible. And Rogue Warriors, even though they don't have the Wombo team, are the ones making the play.
They still do, though. And that was even without the ultimate coming, or the second Cyclone coming through from Wukong. Could you imagine if he'd managed to actually pop that off, knock up Knight and 369 as that fight started to go a bit astray for them? This is still incredibly close for Rogue Warriors.
Yeah, it really is. Just watch the Malphite run down a LeBlanc. Ruby flash forward to try and kill Knight. And Knight doing damage 1 versus 3 was still very impressive, but yeah, it is very close for Rogue Warriors. And I guess you're right. They also have the Wombo from Rogue Warriors, right? Like, we talked about pick and ban, how they can make people jump as well.
Look at 369's items.
With just full armor.
Just all armor.
He doesn't care.
He's just like, screw everyone. I'm killing them. I wanted to see a bit of a Tormail, to be honest. I think, or at least a Bramble Vest.
Big he is.
Because I think stopping some of the healing that Zhongwuji has could be really useful for them. But even then, this is just this is disgusting. And, sorry, just on the point of healing as well. Don't forget Holder with the Wukong passive as well.
Yeah.
Would have been pretty handy to cut out. But either way, yeah.
I love how now Malphite gets bigger. You know, like, and with the Iceborne Gauntlet, the circle is massive. Yeah. The bigger this Malphite gets.
The collapse blast of the Iceborne.
Yeah, he literally claps people. Not often we see a Malphite. Not often we see a Malphite with a CS lead in his top lane, almost level 16. His ultimate is on a lower cooldown.
Sorry, I'm watching. I've never seen this back at him. Oh no, I wanted to watch that. I've never seen it before.
He grabs the planets. All his Malphites, all his rock. And 40 seconds to see that rock in action. Infernal Soul on the horizon for Top Esports. Even though Rogue Warriors won the majority of that fight, they're still down in gold.
It has to be said. Hang on.
Hang on, I'm not sure. Yeah, depth charge going to be used on Ruby. You talked about that earlier in the game, seeing it there. Chocho going to lock down Haro. Ruby jumps back in, but here comes 369.
No flash for Holder yet on the Wukong, so as long as Top Esports can keep vision on Wukong, can actually get access to Photic. I want to just talking about that vision very briefly. I'm not going to get a chance.
Lei tries to find the engage. You will now.
Rogue Warriors are doing a great job of denying vision away from Top Esports and keeping themselves in control. Watch as Holder's putting down a ward over the wall, stopping these flank routes from 369 and from Knight in a lot of scenarios.
Lei over the wall with the Hex Flash decides against it. As you were mentioning before, Rogue Warriors not grouping up. Look how spaced out they are. Zhongwuji on the back a bit. Holder here with the flanking position himself. Haro jumping in. Top Esports have to be careful. Chocho has been Sonic Wave half health here. As 369 is going to deal with Holder once again into the clone. The flag and drag. Lei comes in for the flank. Only finds a 2-man knockup. 369 is here. Holder into the back line. 369 needs to save his top player, but he can't. Holder's just spinning to win at this point. And Rogue Warriors got everything they needed. Everyone lives for now. Top Esports are wiped.
The bouncing castle is deflated by Holder, dives into the back line, stops Knight from his own ultimate from continuing through, and 369. It doesn't matter, you've knocked up everyone. Photic dies with his bullet time still up.
Baron for them as well now. They've got the Rend for the smite essentially, while Haro denies that soul. Rogue Warriors have everything, and with such a crazy comp from Top Esports, it's falling flat.
And Rogue Warriors have played this game so well to deny it. We touched on the vision control that they have, consistently getting wards down to stop Top Esports from getting into these flank positions, but also look at the way they've controlled the vision behind these fights. There's nowhere for TPs from 369 to come in. And here you go, Holder interrupts Knight, gets onto Photic. The second round comes through and Photic goes down.
I think 369 just missed his ult. I think he ulted into a wall.
I missed that there, but possibly.
Okay. All right. Well, look, big expectations of Malphite now with 3 items, but still, this is Rogue Warriors' game to lose now. It's now their Infernal Soul in a couple of Dragons' time on the horizon. 31 minutes in if we even get there. We're looking at very strong core members here in the Callista. The long here for Ruby. And Holder, who, again, another Wukong that looks pretty damn good.
I'm so happy Wukong's back, man. Like,
Back?
just the, well,
Oh, you mean like
and actually relevant, you know?
Yeah.
The fact that people are playing him, it's so exciting to see, especially the new style of being able to play him as more of the sustained damage bruiser is really interesting. Even gone now for the Gargoyle Stoneplate as well. So realizing that, look, if I can just disrupt this backline enough as I get my combos off, I'm in great shape.
Doesn't care about the damage. You're right, interrupting the play from Top Esports.
And nobody really has to care about the damage from Rogue Warriors anymore. Gargoyle Stoneplate, GA for Haro, GA for Zhongwu Ji. The only person who hasn't opted for this kind of defensive build is Ruby, because he knows he's got the distortion to play with, so much more difficult to lock down the LeBlanc.
But with Predator activated, they may have found Holder. Can't find the taunt. He gets laughed at. Otherwise, the Rogue Warriors run mid. Taunt Flash used to be so damn good. You can't do it anymore. Now Rogue Warriors can have mid because of it.
And they can collect this top wave as well. Top Esports being run around the map by Rogue Warriors right now, and it's not looking pretty for this party up top.
At this point, it looks like we're going towards a game number 3. The Rogue Warriors still need to crack the base. 45 seconds till Baron expires. Wuji and Lei push up this top turret. Haro coming nearby. And Top Esports, no one really here to defend Barkasa and Chocho.
Karsa, though, could look for the engage in Zhongwu Ji. They need to be careful. This is the problem with Top Esports, is that the engage can come across at any time.
Okay, Cataclysm there. Here comes the hero's entrance as well. It's onto one, it's onto Lei. Underneath the turret, he gets taunted away. Caster as well just dies, though. And now here comes the TPs. Ruby on the backside, Top Esports in defense mode. 369 must have been burnt out as Lei gets forced in again. What an Alistar game. He'll sacrifice his life in the end. Holder now gets the Cyclone, though. The knockup comes through. And I think Top are just going to get continuously dove. Photic, Sonic Wave into the Resonating Strike, but it's not needed as Knight is the last one alive.
And Haro's going to chase him down, make sure that he can't defend the base. 17 seconds on Karsa, but he's the sole person who can hold on against Rogue Warriors.
You got to think that Rogue Warriors can end it here. Knight has gone on a goose chase, or a chicken chase at one at that matter. Rogue Warriors start their detention on the Nexus turrets. Knight looking to defend here. Maybe they can't end on the side of Rogue Warriors.
This is a risky call. Chocho up in just a few moments. There goes Holder.
Wukong. Yeah, he's dead. And there goes Ruby. So Rogue Warriors maybe getting ahead of themselves.
Yeah, they will need to back away. They do manage to crack one inhibitor turret. They do manage to crack the Nexus turret as well. But now the chase is on. Karsa and Knight, if they can actually pick off Zhongwu Ji and Haro here, they can turn towards the Baron. That's why they're investing all this.
Yeah, the teleport to compete, right, Dagnerd? 369's coming in. He has ultimate available, but he's not going to need it right here. Into the GA. Does that early end ruin the game for Rogue Warriors? Haro's dead. No Baron to take, but you got 50 seconds. But Infernal Soul, I know you're pointing towards.
That is exactly what they want to turn towards. You can see Rogue Warriors warding galore from Lei to try and keep this area in check. Make sure they're able to spot them out. But Holder has just spawned. Ruby only just spawning now. Top Esports have enough time to get into this and control the vision game.
Ruby's teleporting in. He's going to be spotted out as well. Wants to get positioning.
This is the dangerous point. This is where Rogue Warriors will start to fall apart. Their vision isn't there to keep them safe on the flanks. They haven't controlled the backline of wards, and here's the TP.
Instant wave clear on the top side. Harrow up in 10 seconds. Dragon now there. They want to burst it down as quickly as they can. Behind Pit plays Ruby and Wuji. Chocho still waiting in a brush. Does he go over the wall? He tries to burn down, but no. Infernal Soul secured. The base is not in shambles. It's only that top inhibitor down. Baron spawning in 50 seconds. Top not out of this yet.
And Top can move towards that top lane, push it out, and still have control on this Baron area. Prevent Rogue Warriors from just bursting this down. Because Rogue Warriors can do this Baron very, very quickly.
Yeah.
But Top Esports, if they even get a whiff that Rogue Warriors have grouped in the pit, they're going to pounce.
Remember, it's all about that wombo. And in the pit, you mentioned many times this game, that controlled area. Top Esports can still find this game back. However, one slip up from them and we go to a game 3.
Small, close corridors is where Top Esports will shine. Routes that and deny Ruby getting onto Photic, but they haven't been able to get control of these areas yet. Ruby and Nuisance and popping in, destroying vision, putting down his own vision for Rogue Warriors. Now again, the spread out flanks for the Rogue Warriors team.
Lei hasn't been spotted. He's been waiting here for a very long time. Knight to clear out the wave, and he does that immediately. Like, that's so quick. Rogue Warriors getting the shove through mid lane while Top Esports are staying grouped.
You can see this is slow push, this slow vision game from Rogue Warriors. Lei realizing, look, I've been spotted. Doesn't he? It's not trying to clear wards. It's trying to see if he can sneak in past the vision of Top Esports.
As he gets spotted out by that ward, now comes back towards the pit. Top Esports are pushing mid, but it's a ticking time bomb with the top side.
Look at the flank positions though. Lei on one side, Holder on the other. You've even got Harrow now off on the side here.
Ruby not there as well. They're going to use the ultimate onto Photic and he's just dead. Top walk into this willingly, and I'm not sure why. They'll get a double knockup, but I think Rogue Warriors should be fine from here on. Lei to do the work once again. That was just question marks all over. Rogue Warriors are now going to go in the game.
They got the perfect flank from Rogue Warriors. You can't contain them all. They get onto Photic, remove the damage, and remove the problems that were being faced by Rogue Warriors.
Holder to make the TP play up to the top side. No one to contest them this time around. We are going to that game 3. Top Esports. I don't know what they expected out of that one, but Rogue Warriors had this game to begin with, and taking us the distance is a good sign.